Hello, Broncos fan. This is NC Bronco fan coming to you again. I'm just going to let you guys see something that, as a Bronco fan, that will stay with me until the day I die. So, the next clip you will see is something very dear to me, and it will always remain with me. Shoot to the clip.
Over! Leading defense!
Brett Favre showed why the Packers were 14-point favorites, scoring on their first possession. But the Broncos answered with their own drive. 10 plays which demonstrated their determination to play power football against the defending world champions.
Elway, handoff, Davis, in the end zone, touchdown! Yeah! A pretty good way for the Broncos to answer the Packers' opening drive.
But what that first drive showed, not only us, but everybody else, we're here to play football. Can you match up? Because we're going to be here all day long.
Come on, baby, let's get that turnover!
In the first half, the Broncos forced 2 turnovers.
Broncos stands up, Blitz is on his way. Atwater's got ball! Ball free! Ball free! No indication! That should be the Broncos' ball! Yes, sir! Denver has it! Neil Smith gathered in the ball!
Brett Favre and the Packers were losing their grip on the game. But eventual MVP Terrell Davis, who was experiencing a migraine headache, was losing his vision.
What's that? XC. Okay, just do this.
Coach Shanahan goes to him and says, hey, they're never going to believe we're going to run the ball if you're not in the game.
You don't worry about staying on this place because we're going to fake it to you, the 15 lead. But if you're not in there, they won't believe we're going to run, okay?
And as any player would do, okay.
When Terrell got to the huddle, he says, hey, I can't see. And I said, well, just go to the left and just run straight ahead and I'll adjust to you. I said, don't worry about it. Just go left. You just run and I'll adjust to you.
Play fake. Elway rolls right. He can run it in. John, it will trot into the end zone. Touchdown.
Fake 15, quarterback, keep pass right. And I'm licking my chops. Wow, made a big play in the AFC Championship game. Now I'm going to get the ball again. I come out, I'm wide open. I said, oh, this is going to be so easy. And John points at a linebacker. So I turn to make the block, and he runs it right into the end zone.
He could have dumped that ball to Howard Griffith easily, but Elway walks into the end zone.
And I was like, oh, my big shot. But then, as any great leader would say, hey, bud, I just didn't trust myself.
Vintage John Elway there, and the 37-year-old making it happen with his legs. Great move. No, great.
Nothing was more evident of really how desperate they were. But as you see the sight of Eugene Robinson screaming.
We are playing the Indianapolis Colts. We're playing the Indianapolis Colts right now. This team is not better than us. They're not even good. And we're letting them let their thing on.
We weren't quite the Indianapolis Colts.
He got a concussion. He's scared to run the ball. He ain't running hard no more.
Or you see sharper.
He's scared. They out the game. You better take him out.
We knew they didn't have a chance.
Terrell Davis's eyesight returned, and the Packers saw him run for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. But the most eye-opening run of Super Bowl 32 was a leap by a man in whom the Broncos placed their faith.
Elway can run. Come on, John, come on. Come on. Inside the 10, head first. He dives inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, great.
We've been practicing that pass play the whole week, and it was a play that I wasn't essentially really that fond of, but it was a play that went in that week specifically for the Green Bay Packers. Even during practice that week, I'd ask Mike, I said, well, what happens if they don't play that defense? He said, it's 100%. They'll play that defense. They've played that defense the whole year. I said, okay, so in comes that play.
Okay, point slice.
And sure enough, I'm in shotgun. It's 3rd and 6, and I look out there, and they're not in that defense. And so I knew that I was going to have to find a hole.
Brandon inside!
So I took my drop and was looking for a place to get through to try to make something happen. When I got outside, the first thing I did, as you can see my eyes, I looked to see where the first down marker was. I knew that they were probably thinking that I was going to go low, and I put that old 5-inch vertical jump on them, and I went over the top and was able to get the first down.
One of the greatest individual efforts that you will ever see in the Super Bowl. Because in that split second, you knew that he wanted it. And wanted it more than anybody else on the football field.
Elway's determined run led to a Davis touchdown and a 24-17 lead. But the Broncos could not put away the Packers.
Green Bay didn't just say, we're going to let these guys win it. Brett Favre is not over there saying, John Elway sure would look nice with a Super Bowl ring on. He tried to win that game as well.
Brett Favre wanted a second straight ring. John Elway was thrilled to still have a chance to win his first.
I can remember sitting in my room the whole week before and just praying. I said, God, and all I asked for was, God, just give me a chance to win this late in the game. Just have us in the game, you know, with 4, 5, 6 minutes to go to where we have an opportunity to be world champs.
Tied at 24 with barely 3 minutes to play, Elway's prayer was answered. But this time, he didn't have to be a hero in order for Denver to win. The quarterback who once willed the Broncos to so many last-second victories threw but one pass on the 49-yard drive. His talented team did the rest. Denver drove to the Green Bay 1, took the clock under 2 minutes, and forced the Packers to make a difficult decision.
The meeting of the minds over there on the other side of Green Bay decided that they were going to let us score, which in hindsight made sense because all we were going to do was run the clock out.
And the hearts are pounding in Denver. Nobody but Terrell here. Come on, hit it.
And it was the biggest hole I'd ever seen before in my life.
Davis into the end zone, rocking, standing up. Can you say Denver is in the lead?
We're sitting here, it's like, oh, we are great. Did you see that hole? That's unbelievable.
Third rushing touchdown. That's a Super Bowl record for TD.
As usual, Elway had done his part. Now, Denver's defense needed to do theirs.
When offense come off and saying that they just let us score, I guess they're trying to get the ball back, and we all just looked at each other and said, no, it's our time. If we're gonna win, we have to stop them.
It's already just gave it a touchdown. They gave up the touchdown because they don't think we can win it. It's on our shoulder, baby. Somebody step up and let's make a play. Let's win the ball game.
Come on, baby. Somebody make a play. Come on, baby. Come on. With 36 seconds to go, will they bring pressure? Here they come. Favre. Pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. Oh, incomplete. Atwater with a big-time hit. Hilliard is down. Atwater is down, and Brooks is down.
Atwater knocked out everybody, including himself, on that play.
We got 3 guys out. Atwater, Hilliard, and Crockett.
The Broncos were 1 play away from their first world championship.
Let's go, do it again, let's go!
And 38 years without a championship in football has come down to 1 play.
Keep fighting, keep fighting.
4th and 6 with 32 seconds to go. 1 play. Super Bowl.
Come on. This is it. Come on.
Blitz is on. Mark. As he throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Oh, yeah. Denver home. Denver's going to win it. Are you kidding me?
And I just turned around and it looked like a volcano coming out. All our guys on the sideline running on the field, jumping up and down. I just was in disbelief.
Perhaps no one was more stunned than John Elway. After carrying the Broncos for so many years, his team finally carried him to the only distinction he ever really wanted, world champion.
after 15 years of work and 3 Super Bowl losses and all the different things that I'd gone through in my career, to finally reach the pinnacle of your sport and what you love to do, it's hard to explain. And because I still get shivers when I think about it. I still get shivers because I can remember exactly how it felt. And that's why the whole thing took me so long to really realize the impact of what had really happened. I'd finally reached the pinnacle, and that's to be able to say that I was on a Super Bowl winning team.
I'm so proud of you. You know how nice that ring's going to look on your finger?
There's one thing I want to say here tonight. It's only 4 words. This one's for John.
It was so poignant that it really spoke volumes about what John meant not only to the organization but to all Bronco fans around. It was a huge weight that was lifted off of his back because it was the game that he couldn't win.